Yo, 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 as promised, your boy T-Dub was blazing the sports. I'm back at it, like a crack at it, giving you boxing geekers this work. Let's get it. And guys, the topic, at least on my mind, the center of it, is Dillian Whyte. Let me know, guys, what you think about the whole situation. Maybe you don't know much about Dillian Whyte. Don't worry about that. I'll give you guys a little bit of insight. So sit back, get comfortable. Heck, you could put a seatbelt on if you want to, but enjoy the ride. Dillian Whyte is coming off very frustrated, very angry with the WBC. A matter of fact, from the article that I have in my hand, I got an evidence right here. I told you that. I kept an evidence. Whyte says the WBC is a joke. Straight up Kevin Hart, Cat Williams. He said the WBC is a joke. Also, in the article that I had just a little bit of time to glance over. But I want to talk about this. And guys, I will warn you that if you are Dillian Whyte fans, that you're probably not going to like everything I got to say. I'm being honest. I'm just being honest. Because, for one, I know a lot of people have sympathy with Dillian Whyte. They find a way to like him. You know, he's a decent boxer. But listen, to me, the guy has always been about, it's hard to say, man. It's hard to say. He hasn't been about the best fighting the best. He has always been about shortcuts. Whenever there's a tough obstacle in front of him, he takes the shortcut. And now it seems like he is mad, angry, frustrated, tossing at night. No, it's not the bad mattress. The shit just not sitting well with him because it's like the WBC is telling him you have to fight fucking Ortiz. And guys, in the nerve, I got an article somewhere. Here it is. Hold on. Here it is. And this is for all the people that says Eddie Hearn wants to make that fight happen next between Wilder and Joshua. If they really want to make the fight happen next, why would this? Listen right here, guys. It's a different article. Hear it? Different article. Whyte, 25 wins, 1 loss, 18 knockouts, and his promoter, Eddie Hearn, have already asked the WBC, World Boxing Council, to order the winner of Wilder's next title defense against Dominic Breazeale to face him in the next fight mandatory defense. How in the hell does Eddie Hearn want to see Joshua next if they already went to the WBC and asked that Wilder or the winner fights Whyte next? How can it be possible? How can it be possible? How is it even logical? It's right here. But I'll get to the article. I'll get to that one. I haven't had much time to read since I've been at my desk, been very busy. Guys, while I'm thinking about it, shout out to everyone out there that's bringing you this boxing news. From Fanon to KQKC, to my friends, family, George Burns, Bob, Jennifer A., and Shreve, L.A., everyone out there. Salute to you guys, because you guys is what motivate us content creators to keep going and makes us content creators be more and more innovative. But let's get to it. I don't know if I want to read this first. Let's see. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't get a chance to brush up on it like I like, but I did not. But fuck it. Let's see what they got. Let's see. Okay. It's no secret that the WBC silver champion and his number one contender, heavyweight, Dillian Whyte, is not a happy camper. Nope, he's not at all. Dillian Whyte should be relatives with Big Baby Miller because right now he is throwing a temper tantrum. That's me adding it in there. Whyte has seemingly been in position to contend for a world title for quite some time now, but still haven't got a shot. And he is not thrilled with how the sanctioning body has been handling the situation. Now here's the thing. I know it's in here somewhere. Here's the thing. The WBC said, Look, man, why the fuck you trying to act so fucking special? Dominic Breazeale is a mandatory, but he had to fight to get that spot. Now, we asked you to fight Luis Ortiz to get that spot, and you refused. What gives you the fucking right to tell us what to do, how to run our shit, but yet you want to have a shot at our title? Let's go, Wilder, let's go. Guys, this shit could not even be working. Let me see. Oh, it is working a little bit, guys. Our Red Sox fan in the building. Shout out to my good friend, our Red Sox fan who always keep me entertained. Hey, what's going on, my boy Zorro? What up, man? He says, let's see. Rorano Zorro says, let me see if I catch it. Old Duckin' Dylan back at it. Yes, he is. Old Duckin' Dylan is back at it. Going around the WBC like a crack at it. Can't get enough of sniffing Deontay Wilder draws like a bad habit. I don't know. I'm fucking around. Let's see. I'm going to call it in like 10 minutes. Oh, I'm not home right now, my dude. But I might do one when I get home. Right now, this is just a picture. But I'm actually sitting in my car, as you would see. Hold on. I'm finna change pictures. Okay. That's more like it. Now let's talk about this. Again, shout out to my boy, our Red Sox fan. Been there since maybe 60-some subscribers. Really great dude. Really great dude. All right. This is a picture that I made back in December. Maybe early January. I don't know. Maybe December. I think it is December because Luis Ortiz challenged Dillian Whyte to fight on the undercard of Deontay Wilder. Ortiz says, how about you fight me on the 22nd? Assuming. And that's why I tell people, don't never assume. Because you're probably going to be wrong. You know, just like, the one thing I hate about dating, when I do date, is that a lot of times the women assume a lot, right? Let's say she called me, right? Or text me. And let's say I'm taking a shower or whatever, I'm getting dressed, I'm ready. I text back. What took you so long? I was taking a shower. I was assuming we broke up. You met a new bitch off of Tinder, and y'all was probably fucking. What? What? In 10 minutes? In 10 minutes? It's Tinder. What? Never assume, guys. But that being said, Ortiz. Guys, listen. Gosh. Please do me a favor and smash the like button. If you ain't smashing the like, then you ain't smashing right. Like my boy Charles Burns says, my boy yesterday, I gotta control my voice. Because you know it's not better. My boy Charles says, I smashed the like I smashed my wife. That had me rolling. They had me rolling. But hold on, guys. Whenever I get into it, my vocals really act up. They're not healed. But let's get it. Ortiz accepted his date. Deontay Wilder was letting Dillian Whyte off of his undercard fight with blessings. Go over there and fight him. He challenged you for the 22nd. You accepted. Fight him. How come the fucking fight didn't happen? Why did he choose Chisora? Then one thing they tried to say was, I don't know if it's about that occasion, but they said that, oh, Ortiz is asking for too much money. But you want to pay Ortiz $200 and some thousand, but you paid Chisora millions. What the See, man, that's the form of ducking nowadays. Ducking. Either offer you too little or ask for too much. Offer you what I don't think you would accept, or ask for something I don't think you can present. Let's get to it. And listen, guys. And for all the people that says Ortiz is a bum. Ortiz ain't, who is he for? He isn't for nobody. Well, if he's such a bum, if he's such an old man, then how come Dillian Whyte, when the WBC ordered him to fight him, or even when Ortiz tried to fight him, in the 3 or 4 times that the fight should have happened, why didn't he just say, easy fucking work? It's not even like fighting. Go out there, beat this guy, collect a check. Wilder, where's my fucking shot? But he didn't do it. Let me get back to the article. I freestyle. I go off base on this. Check the chat real quick too. My boy says, Al says, oh, we got Adam in the building. What up, Adam? How you doing, my dude? Adam said, I like. That's what I'm talking about. Appreciate it, Adam. Al says, I thought this year was going to be... Fuck, man. I wish I could... Okay. Going to be an awesome for heavyweights division. And now wrong. And now how wrong was I? Sorry for the guys. If some of you guys know already, I need to find a better app. But this app, guys, I promise you, it's white font. White background. You know what? I'm going to prove to you guys. Let me see if I can do it. Fuck it, ain't gonna do it. I did it. I screenshot it. So next time I'm at home, I'm gonna put this goddamn screen up, and you guys can see exactly what the fuck I'm trying to read through. Zorro says, heavyweight division has been awesome since Wilder got on the scene. Wilder has crazy storyline with 7 other fighters outside of AJ and Fury. So, okay, is it TBH or is it the? It don't matter how Wilder fight. Our Red Sox fans, God, I wish to see. Let me go back in. Let me work. Here we go, guys. And again. Just in my second article, in case you guys did not see it, they act like, DAZN and Eddie act like if Wilder would have signed with DAZN, that the Joshua fights would have been next. Wilder says, one, they didn't even know what Josh was going to get paid for the fight, and 2, they don't even know if he's in contract. As far as everyone know, this Miller fight is the last fight for Josh on the contract. I believe Josh was a fight-by-fight basis at this point with DAZN. And like I said, the big question is, if Eddie Hearn says he wants to see Wilder versus Joshua next, then how come in the very next breath he says, go back to the article, Whyte and his promoter, Eddie Hearn, have already asked the WBC to order the winner of Wilder next title defense against Dominic Breazeale to face Whyte in their next fight in a mandatory defense. Guys, when have it ever been known in history for a champion to have to be forced to fight these back-to-back mandatories? I mean, well, you know, I guess it can. In some instances, it can. I'm not going to say that. It can. But rarely. Normally, if there's already 2 mandatories, you might be able to face something like that. So let me backtrack. If there's already 2 mandatories, then the champion might have to. There's loopholes, but he might have to. But in this case, there's only 1 mandatory. There's Dominic Breazeale. Dillian Whyte is not even a mandatory. He messed up. Dillian Whyte messed up himself. WBC told him what he had to do to become a mandatory. They told him, in order to be a second mandatory, you got to fight Ortiz. But the reason he doesn't want to fight Ortiz, because he doesn't want to lose. He doesn't want to look bad. He doesn't want to struggle. Because he says so much negative shit about Ortiz. He cannot go out there and look less than perfect. I tell you one thing. Ortiz, even if you call him 40, 50, or 80, he's going to put up a better performance, skill-wise, than Chisora. Chisora just went at you. No defense. No real head movement. And big shots. And arguably was winning. Until the ref kept warning him and getting Chisora ahead. Then he started trying to rush shit. Had points taken away. Then Chisora started to run shit. And then you land a good punch and got him out of there. If Ortiz is such a bum, I'm telling you right now, if they told me, AT-Dub, we got the straight up lay down, somebody you can wash over, we'll pay you $3 million, and then we get the shot at the title, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. He's such a bum, but yet he's ranked number 4. He's ranked in at least 2 sanctioned bodies. He fought Deontay Wilder, arguably was winning that fight. Anthony Joshua ducked him. And you ducked him. Listen, see, Dillian Whyte wants to make power moves when he is not in a power position. Dillian Whyte doesn't bring anything to the table. Anything. Does he bring a belt? Oh, the silver belt? What's a silver belt to the real green belt that Wilder has? What is a silver WBC belt to the one that Wilder has? Nothing. Wilder would probably wipe his ass with it once, flush it, and forget about it. He doesn't bring anything to the table. He is getting the opportunities. Fighting Ortiz gives you an opportunity to be a mandatory. Fighting Wilder gives you an opportunity to fight a champion. Rematch with Joshua. Opportunity with a champion. Dillian Whyte can only give opportunities to people that's below him. Let's go back to the chat. I never went back to the article. I'm tripping. Let me see if I can make some of this out. Al says, I want to see the rematch with Fury, but he backed out. Oh, yes, he did back out. That boy, I don't know if he backed out or if he was trying to do his best impression of Michael Jackson and clean, smooth, moonwalked out of there. Hee hee. Deontay Wilder, that's not my fight. Oh, listen. Ever since the post-fight interview, Tyson Fury was raving about the power of Deontay Wilder. Do you really think, even if I go out right now, right, and I get in a street fight with somebody that hits me with the force of a goddamn demigod, with a Hercules, and in some kind of way I survived it, I woke up from it and I'm not dead, even if you felt you won that fight, you can argue. You can argue and say Fury won or he lost or he drew. I don't care. It's a good fight. It's definitely worth saying again. But Fury was talking about how Wilder is the most furious puncher in boxing history. He knows why Joshua didn't want that fight. He'd have been nailed. Then he did another interview and talked about how hard Wilder's jab is. It's hard enough to knock you out. And he talked about basically he was knocked out twice in that fight. Of course, when ESPN came, see, ESPN to Fury was like a lifeline. You remember that guy that it's not Let's Make a Deal. What was it when they gave you options? You could phone a friend. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, right? Was that it? You could phone a friend. You could do 50-50. you know, or something else, right? Or I think that the audience or something. ESPN was a friend. He was stuck between a rock and Wilder's fist. And ESPN came with that bag. Thank you. Think about it. Fury has been very happy since he signed with ESPN. Since he realized he didn't have to go back and dance with death twice. But let's go back. Let me change the thumbnail too, guys. Let me see, man. Let's go back here. Bam. Something a little different. Let's go back to the chat too. One day I'll make it back to this article. One day. Let me see. AJ needs to get in the ring with Wilder. I agree. But he won't. You know what, man? I don't know. Listen. Al, my good friend. Hope all is well. There's so many smokes and mirrors. Pretend to want to fight and then don't. Like I just said. Eddie Hearn says he wants Wilder versus Joshua next, but yet he's fighting with the WBC to make Wilder versus Dillian Whyte next. How can it happen? Which one of those fights do you not really want? Let me guess. You really want Wilder to fight Dillian Whyte so you can have an excuse why Joshua don't have to fight Wilder. And then Joshua go and fight Klitschko or maybe fight, what's the cruiserweight coming up? He's fighting Tackle May 25th. I can't think of him now, but it'll come to me. But my boy Zorro. All right. Says, I'm Nigerian just like AJ. I can tell he truly don't want to fight Wilder. AJ acts very similar to my cousin in the UK. You know, even though AJ, you know, he's from Africa, but he spent a lot of time in the UK. So, you know, sometimes it's not where you're from, it's where you're at. You adapt the ways to where you're at. And shout out to Nigeria, man. Shout out. Appreciate it, man. I don't know if you're still there or not, but either way, shout out, my dude. If you're ever over in the States, if you see me moving in front of camera, not my pictures, that means I'm live. You're always welcome to call that number. For sure. I might do a stream later, guys. If you see the number, remember, you can always call in. Red Sox fan, this is going to be hard to make out. It's a hit the like button, share, and sub. Thanks. Greatly appreciate it. It's my boy Al. Yep. Who wants to be a millionaire? Yep. Damn it, guys. I wish this found better. But let me jump back into... like I said, I don't feel sorry for Dillian Whyte. I'm sorry, I don't. Dillian Whyte put himself in a position to be a lapdog when Wilder was trying to fight Joshua. And Joshua was talking about freezing Deontay Wilder out. And then it was like Eddie Hearn and Joshua told Dillian Whyte to cause some confusion. And ever since then, Dillian Whyte been jumping out in the camera. Wilder, let's go, let's go, Wilder. And he beat up Lucas Brown, which honestly, you know, was a shell of himself. You know, and that was a good enough to win to earn him a shot at Deontay Wilder. Now, I'm not giving Tyson Fury no break either. You know, but this is more around Dillian Whyte. But Tyson Fury is fighting some dude named Tom Shirts and Shorts. Something like that. 2-for-1 special on Shirts and Shorts. I don't know who this guy is. I have no idea. Listen, I Googled him. I YouTubed him. I still don't know who this guy is. I haven't finished the fight yet without yawning. I'm not lying to you. There's a fight on YouTube. You might think I'm exaggerating. Please look it up. Tom Schwartz. Tom Schwartz, formerly known as Shirts and Shorts. It was so quiet. And then the people was clapping like it was a golf outing. And then they whisper. I mean, it was. I never heard anything like that in my life. In my life, the commentating was very. Here we go. Throws a punch. Lands one. Oh my gosh. It's crazy. But I don't feel bad for Dillian Whyte. He put himself in a position to be a lot boy. You know, to get some attaboys from Eddie Hearn. And then when it come down, see, I believe Eddie probably gave him some bogus promises. You know, if we get the Wilder fight, good. If not, you get a rematch with Joshua. You know I'm going to pay you. Oh, God, they bring me to the pen point. Let me go to the article. Hold on. I know I can't read all this article. Where's it at? Let me take a sip while I look. Derek Chisora. And I'm messing up, guys. They told me no caffeine, but my energy was low because I ate a lot of Chinese food. So I got a bang, but it's affecting me. All right, let's see. Where's it at? It's important. Oh, here it is. Here it is, guys. So this is where Dillian Whyte, you know, not only were he talking about the WBC, right? How the WBC are their joke. When the only thing the WBC gave this man several opportunities to fight Ortiz. Like, listen, just fight the fucking man and be a mandatory. That's it. And then a lot of people say that Ortiz has text messages from Wilder when Wilder said, I'm not going to fight you for another 2 years. So, and Dillian Whyte is not a mandatory. And put yourself in this position. When Dillian Whyte was texting Deontay Wilder about fighting, and Wilder responded with, you know, I don't have to fight you for another 2 years or whatever he said. That was during a time when Ortiz was causing interference for making a mega fight. Everybody wanted to see Joshua versus Wilder, not Wilder versus Whyte. So when Whyte was just trying to no, fight me, then Deontay Wilder said, listen, man, bro, I don't have to fight you for another 2 years or whatever. And he doesn't owe Dillian Whyte anything. Dillian Whyte need to go listen to Kendrick Lamar. Sit down and be humble. Humble yourself. Go watch Bad Boys 2 and get your woo-saw on. Woo-saw. Grab your ear and just woo-saw it. All right? But let's get back to the money. All right. Whyte alternatively had a chance to get a shot at some world titles by rematching Anthony Joshua. But he turned down that fight. Listen. He had an opportunity to rematch Anthony Joshua. But he turned down that fight because he said the money wasn't right. Specifically, Whyte mentioned that Hearn can realistically offer Fury 15 million pounds for AJ fight and then turn around and offer him 4 million pounds. He doesn't believe Fury is nearly 4 times the draw he is. Guys, listen to that. Listen to that. Dillian Whyte says he doesn't believe that Tyson Fury is not nearly the 4 times the draw he is. That how come Eddie Hearn can offer Fury 15 million pounds, but only offer him 4 million pounds? Well, let's talk about it. Tyson Fury is an undefeated fighter. You not. Tyson Fury, you already lost to Anthony Joshua. Tyson Fury is the linear champion. You not. Tyson Fury just fought Deontay Wilder to the fucking brinks. You didn't. Tyson Fury is the man that beat the man. You not. Tyson Fury has fought on pay-per-view in the UK and in the USA. You haven't. UK, yes. USA, no. Listen, Fury is coming off of a win that people can say that, arguably he beat Wilder. You haven't. You don't deserve more than Tyson Fury. You haven't. You skipped out. Instead of fighting Ortiz, you fought Chisora. You fought Parker. Instead of, listen, that makes me think again about, that's why I listen. I know a lot of people that I watch and support. They're cool with Dillian Whyte. I'm not. When he was ordered to fight Ortiz by the WBC, he told him, no way, Jose. Then he was in negotiations to fight Pulev. And I believe he went to purse bid, and then Pulev won. That was going to put him in a direct mandatory spot for Anthony Joshua. Think about this, guys. Think about how he fucked himself. Think about it. How he fucked himself. He could have fought Ortiz and came a mandatory for the WBC. He could have fought Pulev, became a mandatory for Anthony Joshua's title. When he didn't want to fight Ortiz and things did not go his way versus Pulev for money and location. So he fought Parker, thinking Parker was a backdoor way to get to Anthony Joshua. And for a minute, I almost thought they was going to do it. But it didn't happen. He did this to himself. I feel no sorries. Let me go back to the chat. Let's go back to the chat. I'm in here now. Oh, shit. Man, I wish I get some more light. Fuck, man. It's already up. All right. My boy Zorro says, remember, everyone calls Wilder a bum, so everyone he's faced is supposed to be able to beat him. AJ, on the other hand, he hasn't been in a fight where the other guy had a chance in 2 years. Yes. I'm a Red Sox fan. I want the rematch between Fury, but he backed out. Yeah, I might have read that. I think I backtracked. Adam back in the building. What Adam says: Adrian Wilder fight is getting stretched out longer than Floyd and Manny fight. Bro, Adam, I'm not gonna lie. I hate that shit. I hate it because you know what? I want to watch the fight at my current health and my current state. I don't want to be older. Listen, they drag these fights out for so many fucking years that there's going to be people that's going to hear about it but not live to fucking see it. And that's true. They're going to hear about the fight that, oh, this fight might happen. But it ain't going to happen for 5 or 6 years. Some people are not going to live to see this fight. They're going to be here for the build-up but not to see it. I want to see it next. Train to go Jay, what it does. Ryan Garcia is a mandatory to fight. And he gonna win. Ryan Garcia is a mandatory to fight who? He said, I'm playing, bro. Okay. I'm a Red Sox fan. Take care, my dude. AD in the building. What up, AD? Hey, AD, we gotta do a video, man. We gotta do a video. But let me go out and go back in. Let me see if I can make out see if I can make it out. AD says, make excuse for Wilder for ducking a fuck, man, what's gonna read that? Is it a tip for a heavyweight who is not ranked in the WBC and who ranked all real boxing? See, man, somebody else has to comment. The position where this comment is, I can't see it. I hate butchering it. Want to see Whyte versus Wilder. It would be a great fight. And big ups what's blazing in sports. All right, shout out to AD, man. Listen, guys, I welcome disagreements. That's why AD has a moderated status. So he can disagree. Or he can agree. It don't matter. But AD, at some point, would I like to see Dillian Whyte versus Wilder? Yeah, at some point. At some point, I would like to see Wilder fold up Dillian Whyte the same way Anthony Joshua folded him up. The way White was folded and Stavern was folded, they could have been brothers. But I don't want to see that fight next, man. I want to see Breazeale get beat by Wilder. I'm predicting Joshua to beat Miller, but we'll see what happens. And if Joshua does beat Miller, I want to see it next, man. I'm not with the politics. I'm not with it. I'm not with the politics. I'm not with Deontay Wilder. You know, if Joshua's available and Wilder's available, and if they come with just respect each other. Split the goddamn money. Just make the fight happen. Do what you gotta do. Split the money. You know, agree on some stuff. Be fair with each other. Make the fight happen. Because I want to see it. I don't want to wait to 20. I don't want to wait to 21. Because if one of these guys fuck around and lose, the hype is gone. The hype is gone. And now I don't want to see it as much. And now I got robbed from seeing what I want to see as a boxing fan. I don't want to see Joshua keep cherry picking these fucking fighters. I want to see these guys fight each other. Accept your fucking no and let's go. That's all I'm saying. But AD, like I said, man, Luis Ortiz, was ordered to fight Dillian Whyte. Breazeale had to fight an eliminator to be the mandatory. How come Dillian Whyte, why does he think he's special enough that he doesn't have to fight an eliminator? Breazeale had to fight an eliminator. Dillian Whyte eliminator was Luis Ortiz. They say he's old. They say he's on crutches. They said he's nothing. But he's so old. He's so on crutches. But they won't fight him. He can't be that goddamn old. Listen, let me ask you a question. Why was Lucas Brown, who looked like dog shit out there, why was he worthy enough for Dillian Whyte to fight? But not Ortiz. Explain that to me. Why was Lucas Brown, at his old age, been busted for being on some PD type shit, why was he worthy? And he wasn't even ranked higher than Ortiz the time he fought him. But he was older than Ortiz. Why was Lucas Brown worthy, but Ortiz wasn't? Well, let me tell you this. Because one, Dillian Whyte knows that Ortiz is no walk in the fucking park. This is no walk in the park. It's more like walking through a cemetery, pet cemetery, and you don't know what the hell's going to jump out at you. See, he knew Lucas Brown was easy. Lucas Brown put about as much effort as a cat, a house kitten against a lion. He was there to be beat. See, whenever there's an easy fight, it's called easy money. Go in there, whoop some ass, get paid. Do an interview. People brag about your fight. Ortiz said about 5-6 years ago that he would have fought not Ortiz, but Whyte said about 5-6 years ago he would have fought Ortiz. Funny thing is, he never fought him. And now he has been ordered to fight him. He's complaining. He's complaining because he has to fight him. But I don't fucking get it. Think about this, AD. Think about this. Does it not make fucking sense? Breazeale and Wilder has to fight. It's already made. Joshua and Miller already made. If Dillian Whyte really wants to be the mandatory, why don't he just beat fucking Ortiz and be the next mandatory? Why didn't he do it? If Deontay Wilder beats Breazeale and if Whyte beats Ortiz, he's not a mandatory. But he is ducking that work so goddamn bad that he's crying at everyone because he has to fight him. I don't care. You put a pacifier in Dillian Whyte's mouth. You soothed him. I'm not. I'm going to take that pacifier out of his goddamn mouth and tell him soothe himself. He'll shut up in a minute. He made his goddamn bed. He put them nails, them rocks, and that glass in his own bed. Now you have to lie in it. Feel me? This is me talking, you know. But guys, it's your boy T that was blazing the sports. I think I might have missed one article. Oh, but guys, listen, man. Deontay Wilder still said that, listen, Dillian Whyte will get his shot. He will get his shot. He's just got to be patient and keep winning. He's going to get his shot. I have no doubt in my mind that Deontay Wilder will try to face the top guys. Because the top guys is more recognition, respectable, and money. One face, one name. This your boy T-Dub. Please subscribe. Please share. Please hit the bell icon to catch me when I go live. Hope you guys appreciate it. Another lunch hour given to what's blazing in sports. And I'm out.